Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. The original him here, David from the original him. I just wanted to talk really like off script, even though I don't normally use scripts. Just be heartfelt with you guys for a moment. Obviously, based on the title of the video, and we're gonna talk about what happened last night at Travis Scott's AstroWorld. If you're not familiar with Travis Scott, he is a rapper, and a lot of his music is very pro-violence, pro like energy. It's very energetic, you know, not just pro-violence, but it's also very like hyped, very like raw energy. And basically what happens is he has his own festival, I guess, called AstroWorld, based on one of his albums. And yesterday was the concert. It was a 2-day festival, and from what I've been seeing, all of this is alleged because I do not know, and I'm not like super plugged into the scene, but it's alleged that there was drugs, people poking security guards with needles, that you know, people were getting crushed and stuff. So basically, as what the news reports have said, sorry if by the way I'm all over the place, it's just I'm shocked. But based on what the news reports just said, 8 people died, over 20 were taken to the hospital, or I don't know if I think at one point it was over 100 or 300 people were taken to the hospital. But there's like a 10-year-old on life support or like critical condition. A lot of people were getting like heart attacks, and people had to administer CPR and stuff. But obviously, it's not the first time this happens. I mean, we've had concerts in the 70s in Woodstock, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure like people have passed away, unfortunately, at concerts of all genres, right? Obviously, you guys know that this channel mainly covers metal because that's what I really like. I like rap too, some rap, some hip hop, but it's mostly like metal and then whatever, you know. The reason why I want to talk about this is I've been seeing people fight on Twitter and Facebook and other stuff about whether or not Travis Scott should be held responsible. So, as someone who is a performer and has worked, you know, in different areas of performing, you as a performer are liable up to a certain point, because you should know with your team, your manager, your PR, and all that, what what the concert's gonna be like, how many people, what's allowed, what's not allowed. Like, you should know on some level what's okay and not, because sometimes people will try to rush you, you know, and so you gotta know like what to do. But basically, I think Travis Scott should be held responsible, not entirely, but definitely he has some culpability and he should own up to it. I saw his apology and I saw his story. His story, like, what the fuck, man? Like, what is up with that? But I saw his like apology, guys. That's just a PR apology. He probably didn't even write it. Someone just told him what to say, because he had to also be careful with what he says, in case you don't know, because you know, uh, they're protecting the image. A PR team, really, that's all they do. It's like if you post something on Twitter that's gonna get you like hate, they are the ones who can, you know, figure it out. Like, watch movies or TV shows where it's about a famous person's life and like he does something dumb, and so they're like, okay, call this person and have them figure it out, and we're gonna need to, you know, protect your brand or your identity. Go donate, go take pictures with poor kids or something, you know. That's normally what they do anyway. So I do not think Travis Scott, if he is sorry, I don't, that's cool. I hope he learned something from this, but I don't think he wrote that apology, number one. Number two, he does have to take ownership. Maybe not, again, 30% even, you know, but he definitely should have been more aware. And when your entire audience is telling you, stop the show, stop the show. Listen, and like, okay. So, again, sorry for being all over the place. Why I'm upset about this, obviously apart from the fact that people got hurt and injured their lives when they were just trying to have a good time, is because now officials could use this as an excuse or as a reason to maybe ban moshing, ban festivals, ban certain things, and this, if something like that happens, it's not gonna stay in just Travis Scott concerts or just rap concerts. It's gonna trickle to the entire music scene. So metal shows, uh, EDC or like electronic music shows, stuff like that, right? And that's a problem. That's a very big problem because in a way, one person ruins it for the rest of us. Obviously, certain countries and even certain states, I think, or cities in the United States, already ban like just regular moshing. Because I remember five or 4 or 5 years ago, a girl got hurt at a metal show, and she needed like new teeth and facial reconstruction surgery and like a lot of stuff like that. Like this happens, yes. Obviously, I'm a big guy. I mean, my dad is a big guy, but like you've seen that I sometimes take females with me to concerts, and like I don't really enjoy the concert as much because my mind is there protecting them. Like I have to make sure if I take my sister, my friend Nancy, my friend Cynthia, like whoever I've taken, my mom. I took my mom to a Black Dahlia Murder show, guys. Like when I go with someone, if it's a female, normally my mind is I gotta make sure she's okay because normally they're shorter, they can't take as much like physical pounding, and that not that way, but they bodies being slammed and stuff. So my mindset is protecting them first, and then me enjoying the show. I could give a shit about the show. Like I go for the companionship and the live performance, and obviously if my friend isn't having a good time or if she's not okay, then I have to do something about that. I feel like I should at least, and so that's what I do. So whenever I post concerts and if I went with a girl, know that I was like this. She was in front of me. I had my arms out and I was like constantly like a big wall. But anyway, in this situation, obviously with 50,000 people, it wasn't 100,000. I saw some videos saying there was like 200,000 people. No, the police and other sources have said it was about 50,000 people. But herein lies the next issue I have. So according to the news reports and all that, it was 50,000 tickets, and then Travis Scott, I guess, let other people in, and then other people just broke into the show. So it was not controlled whatsoever. Um, that's a problem because usually shows have a maximum capacity where they can handle, because that's like fire code and fire marshal. I know that the police officer said that for outdoor festivals like this, they don't really have like a capacity limit because like you can't really limit it, but they are definitely gonna do some. Things are gonna change after today or after this incident. But yeah, so going back to the whole capacity thing, they don't have a lot of ways to limit that, but they should have definitely done something because that is that is not a good um that is not a good way to enjoy a festival. And I feel bad for all the people who lost their lives today. My condolences to anyone who got hurt. My condolences to people who are missing their friends or family, or haven't found them, or who are spending the night in the hospital. That is not okay. Um, I want you to know that for the most part, again, this doesn't happen in the metal community. I have been to house shows, big festivals, small festivals, or small festivals, big shows, large, small shows. If you mosh, and you fall, I've seen people pick you up, boy or girl. I've seen people take care of each other. I've seen like maybe a couple fights almost break out. I think maybe I saw one break out. Even then, they stopped it. Either people stopped it, or the bands, you know, the bands themselves stopped. That was my other point. In rock and metal, I've seen people, the bands, either stop the show until they pick up the person, or they make sure that person's okay, and then they can go back to the concert. Or if there's fighting, they stop. I've seen like the band members jump off stage and start protecting the fans. That's good. I respect that. That's admirable. That's what you should be doing. Travis Scott didn't do that. Travis Scott from was you know playing his music and rapping his songs and stuff. And obviously, normally you don't want to stop the show in case like for normally you don't stop the show for stuff like that. You just because normally security, has it taken care of. But again, there was too many people and the security was overwhelmed, so security needed help, which is when people started like chanting. Since basically Travis Scott set, as soon as he came out, people were like chanting "Help me" and "Stop the show," and like trying to get his attention, and he just didn't do that. And I remember reading that there was a post about a girl who climbed the camera tower to try to get the cameraman's attention, and he was like, he was like threatening to push her off a 15-foot like tower, and then the camera was on the platform. Like, how do you threaten a girl who's telling you like, hey, like we need help and all that, to get off your platform or you're gonna push her down? Like, that's not cool. And again, when your entire audience is chanting "Stop the show," you should most definitely stop the show. You should not have to wait until the entire audience, like, and I know Travis Scott heard that. I know he did. Like, even when I'm performing and I'm playing backstage, like I'm playing the drums, so I'm hitting drums. Plus, there's amps everywhere. I can still hear sometimes conversations, like, and I can tell, like, especially if people are like, screaming and stuff. So that's not an excuse. I won't let that fly. If Travis Scott's PR team are like, oh my God, Travis wasn't aware. He couldn't really tell because of the lights or the loudest speakers. That's not true. Travis knew. He was promoting, for people to kill each other and to rage and to all this stuff. And guess what? When you have young, impressionable minds, that's what they're going to do. If you tell a 14-year-old who really likes you to do something, they will. How many stories have we seen of minors dating old people above the legal age? And people are like, how did that happen? And the minor was like, at the time I was just like into him and he made me feel a certain way, and now I feel like that's wrong. Same thing. Young minds are impressionable, which is why they have rules that people are like, oh, fuck the rules. Some rules are not bad, okay? Yes, you are entitled to feeling like you want everything in life, but some rules are just not a bad thing to have. Like, I've been rambling. This is not normally like the type of content I post, and I'm sorry, guys. I am very sorry. As you can tell, I'm not faking it. I don't do the whole YouTube fake shit. I'm just shocked, and like I've been shocked since I don't normally keep up with like news and like hype crap, because I know especially in the rap community they're always fighting and just being idiots. But I that's crazy. I figure with all the security we have nowadays, all the woke PC people, and like everyone's just like very careful with each other and all that, I never thought this would happen, honestly. And not at a Travis Scott show. I generally thought it would happen at like at least a Suicide Boys, if we're talking rap, or like some death or black metal band, maybe even deathcore. But the fact that it happened to Travis Scott, it happened in Texas of all places. Like, people carry guns there. Like, I'm surprised there wasn't shootings of all things, honestly. Um, it's crazy. Again, if you have a loved one that went to the show and they're not okay or they passed away, I'm sorry. That's horrible. And to die, of all places, crushed, like compressed walls, and with auto-tune music, because it's not even like Travis Scott is a good, like, he's a good artist, and before you fanboys start like, oh my God, Travis Scott is king or whatever, anybody who has $1 million worth of auto-tune will sound good, okay? Take off his auto-tune. I want him, compare him to real singers, and then tell me how talented he is. But anyway, I'm not gonna go after him because I don't care. All I'm saying is, that's such a horrible way to die. Crushed to auto-tuned, dying for a person that will never even know who you existed. That's tragic. And if that doesn't bother you on some level, it should. Because what happened there today we're going to feel this. Maybe not across the world, maybe not. But definitely Texas is going to feel it. And probably the country's going to feel it for a while. And I wouldn't be surprised, again, if new legislation comes out, new rules. I wouldn't be surprised if they ban things. Or if concerts get changed forever. At least festivals, But this is crazy, guys. Like, this is so crazy. And 8 people died. 8 people died. Over 10, maybe over 100 injured. I really hope this video does well in the sense of it gets out to people. Because you guys need to know that you're supposed to have fun, but you should have it somewhat controlled. Like, especially if you're young, like parents and older siblings or whoever, if you know people into this stuff, you guys need to calm down. You guys need to breathe a little bit, you know? Travis Scott, you'd owe your entire fan base a better apology. Live Nation, you are responsible for a lot of this because you were the one who should have ensured safety measures. You are responsible and you should get sued. Texas, the people in charge of NRG Stadium and the police departments, all that, you guys should have been more attentive and premeditated more like cops to get involved. But all of you are responsible. Don't blame, yeah, and the fans too. Fans, I was gonna say you're not responsible because it's not your fault, but for those who went in there with the intention of hurting people, with the intention of drugging people, with the intention of causing some sort of damage, because fuck it, because you're king and no one else can tell you no, you're responsible. Especially if you know that you're the one who took the lives physically. Like if you were stepping on the people or hurting them and you saw them pass out and did nothing, you are responsible. All of you should feel responsible. This shouldn't have happened. This is not okay. And as a metalhead, I feel bad. I don't care exactly for Travis's music that much or him. I care about the music scene. I care about the people, the fans, because maybe they were fans of something else too. And I care for the sanctity that is having fun. Having fun nowadays has such a different meaning than it did even 5 years ago. And it's crazy. With it, every 2 to 3 years, a new generation defines a way of life. And it's just, wow. I hope the families that got hurt make it okay. I hope they get the help they need. And if you guys sue, I hope you win. Because you are entitled to some form of compensation. They should have taken care of each other, of their concert and all that. And I'm actually very curious. Sound off in the comments if you think AstroWorld is gonna get banned, like the festival, not the album or Travis Scott, but like, do you think they're gonna shut down AstroWorld? I don't know how much money it brought in. I want to say maybe at least $1 billion. So maybe not because it makes money, but what do you think? And let me know. Did you go to AstroWorld? How was it? If you did, feel free to reach out. If you want to tell your story, we can work something out. I could be anonymous, no worry. But let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Are you okay? And, you know, would you go back next year to AstroWorld or any festival like that? I rambled. I know I did. And I'm not really going to edit this video. I'm just going to put a thumbnail thing and that's it in the title. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it'll be on a better note. But this is terrible, guys. I'm sorry it happened. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.